Good evening and welcome to the VC3 News Update for Friday, July 7th, 2023. I'm Shalisa Nanton. First, in our local stories. When the next sitting of the House of Assembly resumes, parliamentarians and staff will be working from a more modern and comfortable environment, although at another location. Yesterday evening, the temporary Parliament building located in Kaliakwa was officially opened, a week before the next sitting, which is scheduled for July 13th. Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Rochelle Ford, praised and thanked all those who worked very hard to ensure that the building was ready for the next sitting. She referred to it as an unspeakable moment as the nation celebrates once again a significant moment in parliamentary growth and development.
This building, although only a temporary home for the Parliament, is outfitted with modern amenities which will lend for a more conducive environment in which the parliamentarians and staff can conduct their work. It is also supplemented with comfortable accommodations for members of the public who visit from time to time. And I am pleased to announce here today that the Strangers Gallery will be reopened for our next sitting scheduled for the 13th July 2023. We look forward to once again welcoming members of the public as far as capacity allows.
Parliamentary representative for East St. George, the constituency in which the building is located, and Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Camilo Gonsalves, said gleefully that the Parliament is returning to its home.
Popular political lore of East St. George would tell you that once upon a time, when our Prime Minister was the Right Honorable Milton Cato, he held forth outside Duggan Shop at a place called the Round Table. And at the Round Table, governance of the country took place. He sat outside Duggan Shop and he met with various ministers. Hudson Tanis was a regular member of the Round Table, Sir Vincent Beach of blessed memory. And from that seat in Kaliakwa, St. Vincent and the Grenadines was governed, at least informally. Today, we are recognizing and formalizing the informal by returning the seat of governance of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to Kaliakwa.
And in related news, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said contractors, Fraser Construction, as well as the civil engineers and architects all did an excellent job on the project.
Note the care with which they took in the design of the modern parliament itself. Those who are engaged in that design had traveled extensively in the Caribbean to look at other parliaments. On this occasion, they also went. I don't know if you missed that. They went to Barbados, Trinidad, and Dominica because they want to see what was on offer and how they could deliver something taking into account our own experiences and our developed sense of aesthetics, grounded in our Caribbean civilization.
Dr. Gonsalves describes the work on the new building as a work of our Caribbean civilization.
I said that this is the work of our magnificent component of our Caribbean civilization. We have been made and remade by a host of historical forces and contemporary realities. And in that making and remaking, through the fever of history, we have arrived at a point where metaphorically, we are a veritable symphony. We are the songs of the indigenous people the Kalinago and the Garifuna. We are the rhythm of Africa. We are the melody of Europe. We are the chords of Asia. And we are the homegrown lyrics of the Caribbean.
The new temporary headquarters was constructed and fitted at the cost of over $84 million. It will later be converted into a students' hostel upon completion of the new Parliament building and Hall of Justice at Beachmount. Still with our local stories, senior managers within the public service of St. Vincent and the Grenadines met at the Laview Hotel yesterday for a one-day retreat exercise hosted by the Committee of Permanent Secretaries. The activity focused on matters such as a review of the 2023 budget and preparations for Budget 2024 and a national comprehensive disaster management policy for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, including the health and wellness of public servants, stress management, among other areas. Mr. Stephen Williams, Chairperson of the Police and Public Service Commissions, and Mrs. Arlene Regisford Sam, Chief Personnel Officer and Deputy Chairperson of the Committee of Permanent Secretaries, also addressed the gathering, which also included members of the Public Service Commission. The Committee of Permanent Secretaries was established by Public Service Management Act of October 2021. On Friday, July 7, 2023, 4 members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force are celebrating 35 years of service in the organization today. Officers Mr. Nigel Butcher, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Station Sergeant Mr. Gregory Williams, Sergeant 533 Mr. Rodney Swift, and Sergeant 169 Erickson Brown were among 29 men and women who were enlisted into the constabulary on Thursday, July 7, 1988. Reflecting on their accomplishments, the veteran officers highlighted that despite the challenges of the job, they remained resilient and dedicated over the years. They added that their enthusiasm and dedication to duty have gained them the desire to continue to serve the people of SVG for many more years to come. ASP Butcher noted that although the occasion calls for celebration, it also evokes a sense of sadness as they remember their late course mates. Constables Elson Richard, Cleus Brown, Alpha Dixon, and Elmont Butte, who dedicated their lives to serving the country. Commissioner of Police Mr. Colin John and other ranks of the RSVGPF congratulate the officers on their accomplishments and service to SVG. And in the Carnival Roundup, the calendar of events for Vincy Mas 2023 will culminate this weekend. This weekend will see from the evening to the staging of Evo, a night of Raga Soca, where 12 Raga Soca artists will attempt to dethrone the reigning monarch, Delroy Fireman Hooper. Then on Saturday, July 8th, 14 soca artists will attempt to dethrone Delroy Fireman Hooper in the Soca Monarch competition. The events for Vincy Mas continue on Sunday, July 9th with the Mardi Gras, where 11 Calypsonians will take the stage in battle against the reigning monarch, Maxwell Atajo Francis. There would also be the King and Queen of the Bands competition on this night. On Monday morning, revelers will take to the streets of Kingston for a Juve party and the Monday T-shirt band on Monday evening. The activities culminate on Tuesday with Mardi Gras, where bands will parade through the streets of Kingston. Vincy Mas officially began on June 30th with Fantastic Friday. This followed by several competitions including Junior Carnival, Junior Panorama, Junior Calypso, and Soca Monarch and Steel and Glitter. Those are our local news stories. Continue watching on Channel 114 for the regional and international news update. I'm Shalisa Nanton. Thank you for viewing. To have an enjoyable and safe weekend.